Hello students, in last class we already discussed about what is transformer, types of transformer, that is step up and step down, and we already studied the series LCR circuit, resonance circuit, and what is the quality factor and all other things regarding the alternating current and their uses and the different kinds of losses, energy loss in transformer. So today we are going to discuss about some numerical based upon the concept of LCR circuit, quality factor, resonance circuit and transformer. Okay, so let's try to solve some numericals. So in a given circuit, let example number 1, it's a circuit which have an inductor and a resistor which is connected across a alternating EMF source. So the inductance of the inductor is 0.5 Henry, the resistance of the resistor is 50 pi ohm, and the value of the EMF is 200 volt, which have frequency 50 second inverse. Clear? So this is a circuit where an inductor of inductance 0.5 Henry and a resistor of resistance 50 pi ohm is connected in series across a alternating EMF of 200 volt having frequency 50 second inverse. So find maximum value of current and the time lag between maximum value of current and maximum value of potential. Okay, so how we can solve this? Okay, so how we can solve it? So here the inductance L is given, resistance R is given, and the 200 volt is the ERMS, and this is the frequency of the alternating source. So from this we can calculate what is E naught. E naught will be equal to ERMS into root 2. So this implies the peak value of EMF will be root 2 into 200 volt. This is E naught. Then we have to calculate what? Maximum value of current. Then what is the maximum value of current? We know I naught will be equal to E naught by total. This is a LR circuit. So here the impedance Z. So this will be the expression for maximum value of current. So we know what is Z. Z equal to R square plus XL square under root. So here we have to first find out the value of XL. So what is XL? XL will be equal to L into omega. So this implies XL equal to L into 2 pi F. So this will be L equal to 0.5 into 2 pi into F equal to 50. So it will be how much? 2.5 into 50 pi ohm. So XL equal to 50 pi ohm, and you already know the value of R is here given 50 pi ohm. So what is the value of Z? Z equal to R square plus XL square under root, that will be equal to 50 pi square plus 50 pi square under root. So it will be root 2 50 pi equal to Z. Clear? So what is the value of I naught? So from this we will get I naught equal to E naught by Z. So this will be E naught. E naught is how much? Root 2 200. So root 2 200 divided by Z equal to root 2 50 pi. Root 2 will get cancelled. So this implies I naught will be equal to 50 204 by pi, which is equal to 4 by 3.14, which is nearly equal to 1.27 ampere. So this is the expression for what? Maximum current flowing through the circuit. So now we have to find out the time lag between maximum value of current and maximum value of potential. So how we can calculate? Already this is the value of what? Maximum current, or the peak value of the alternating current that allowed to flow through this LR circuit. So now we have to find out what is the time lag between maximum value of current and maximum value of potential. So at any instant of time for a LR circuit, what is the expression for current? Current will be equal to I naught sin omega t. If this is a LR circuit, EMF is lead the current, so it will be I naught sin omega t minus phi, and E equal to E naught sin omega t, because here if we draw the impedance triangle, this is R, this will be XL, so this is Z, which is equal to E into I, this will be equal to E by I or E naught by I naught, so this is the phase difference phi, so E equal to E naught sin omega t. So what is phi? Here you can calculate the phi, tan phi equal to XL by R, so this implies what is XL, 50 pi divided by R is also 50 pi, so tan phi equal to 1, so this implies phase difference equal to pi by 2. This is the phase difference between EMF and current, and in LR circuit the EMF leads the current by phi. So from this we will get what? This is the phase between EMF and current, that is pi by 2. So the current in the LR circuit lags behind the EMF by pi by 2 radian. So now we have to find out the time lag between I naught and E naught, the maximum value of current and EMF. So here E will be E naught, E tends to E naught only when sin omega t equal to 1, so this implies omega t equal to pi by 2, so this implies 2 pi by t into t equal to pi by 2, so pi will cancel, so this implies the t equal to t by 4. So 1/4 of the total time period is the instant when the EMF will become maximum. Clear? Now we have to find out when the current will become maximum. So I will be I naught. So I will be I naught only when sin omega t minus phi equal to 1. So this implies omega t minus phi equal to pi by 2. So this implies omega t equal to pi by 2 plus phi. So this implies we can write t equal to how much? Pi by 2 plus phi is how much? Pi by 2 divided by omega. So t will be equal to pi by 2 plus pi by 2 will be pi divided by 2 pi by t. So 2 cancel, it will be t by 2. Clear? Okay. So at t by 2 current will become maximum, and at t equal to t by 4 EMF will become maximum. So what is the time lag between these two? It will be t by 4. So the time lag between I maximum and E maximum is t by 4, because at t equal to t by 2 I become maximum, at equal to t by 4 EMF become maximum. So the time lag between maximum EMF and maximum current is t by 4. That is time period 1/4 of the time period. As you know, this is the frequency. This is the frequency of alternating source. So what is the time period? Time period equal to I by F. So divided by 4. So the time lag t equal to 1 by 200. Clear? Or this will be 5 millisecond. Okay. So the time lag between maximum EMF and maximum current is 1 by 200 or 0.005, or this will be 5 millisecond. Okay. So this is how we can calculate the maximum current and the time lag between maximum current and maximum EMF. Clear? Next question will be, here is a circuit which have a inductor and a ball and a capacitor which is connected across a alternating source. Okay, so let the inductor be 1 Henry, capacitance of the capacitor be C. This is a ball. Okay, and the value of this will be E equal to 100 volt and 50 hertz. Okay, so it is a circuit containing an inductor of 1 Henry inductance, a ball and a capacitor of capacitance C, which is connected in series across a EMF, alternating EMF of potential 100 volt and frequency 50 hertz. So the question is, find the value of capacitor so that the ball glows brighter. Okay, so we have to find out the value of the capacitor C so that the bulb will glow brighter. So when the bulb will glow brighter, when current flowing through the circuit will be maximum, at that state only the bulb will glow brighter. So if this bulb will glow brighter only when the current flowing through the circuit will be maximum, so the bulb will glow brighter only when current in the circuit is maximum. So when current flowing through a LC circuit, this is a circuit which is containing an inductor, this is a inductor coil L, this is a capacitor C. The LC circuit will be maximum only when XC equal to XL. You already know in this circuit, when XC equal to XL, the bulb will glow brighter. So what is XC? XC will be equal to 1 by omega C, or this can be 1 by 2 pi FC. And what is XL? Equal to L omega, it is equal to 2 pi F into L. So this implies XL equal to 2 into pi. What is F? F is here given as 50 hertz. 50 into L, L equal to 1. So this will be 100 pi. So XL equal to 100 pi. So according to the condition for maximum current, 100 pi equal to 1 by 2 pi F into C. So we have to find out the value of C. So this implies C will be how much? 1 by 2 pi F into 100 pi. So this will be equal to 1 by 2 into 100. What is F? F is 50 into pi square. So this will be how much? 100. 1 by 10 to the power 4 pi square. So this is the capacitance in farad which will be used across this circuit so that the current flowing through the circuit will be maximum and the bulb will glow brighter. Or this can be written as 1 by pi square into 10 to the minus 4 farad. Okay, or 10 by pi square, it will be nearly equal to 1 millifarad. If we, this can also be written as 1 by pi square into 10 to the minus 4 farad, or 1 by pi square is nearly equal to how much? If I can write this will be 10 by pi square. 10 by pi square to 10 to the minus 5. So this can you can also solve this to get the answer in perfect format. Clear? Or this will be the capacitance in farad form. This much farad will be the value of the capacitance or capacitor which will be connected in series with this circuit so that the bulb will glow brighter. Clear? Okay. Okay, next question. Here is a series LCR circuit. It is connected across an alternating source of 230 volt and 50 hertz. This is the resistance 2 ohm, inductance 0.5 Henry and capacitance. This will be equal to 5 microfarad. Find the Q factor of the RLC circuit and also the resonance frequency. Okay, so for this RLC circuit we have to calculate the quality factor Q factor and the resonance frequency. So we know what is quality factor. Quality factor formula is 1 by R under root L by C. So this implies we get quality factor Q equal to, what is R? 2 ohm. So 1 by 2 under root, what is L? 0.5 Henry. So 0.5 divided by, what is C? 5 microfarad. So this will be 5 into 10 to the power minus 6 farad. So from this we can get the quality factor Q equal to 1 by 2 root over of 0.5 into 10 to the power 6 divided by 5. So this can be written as Q equal to 1 by 2 under root. So this will be written as 5 into 10 to the power 5 divided by 5. 10 to the 6 can be written as 5, 10. So 5 into 5, 10 to the 5. So by cancelling this, so quality factor will be 1 by 2 root over of 10 to the power 5. Okay, and what is the resonance frequency? So we know the resonance frequency F naught is 1 by 2 pi into 1 by root over of LC. So from this we will get the resonance frequency will be 1 by 2 pi into 1 by under root L. What is L? 0.5 into what is C? 5 into 10 to the power minus 6. So from this we get the resonant frequency will be 1 by 2 pi into root over of, this will be 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 6 hertz. So this is the expression for what? Resonant frequency 1 by 2 pi under root 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 6 hertz, and this is the expression for the quality factor of this given LCR circuit. Okay, so next, okay, so in next question, here is a LCR circuit. Which is connected across a source of 220 volt and 50 hertz. The resistance is given as 2 ohm. The capacitance is 5 microfarad. Inductance is 5 Henry. Clear? So this is the given circuit. So now we have to find the frequency when the power factor is unity and find the maximum value of current at that frequency and also calculate the Q factor of the given circuit. Okay, so find the frequency when the power factor is unity and find the maximum value of current at that frequency. When the frequency will be how much when the power factor is unity, and again at that particular frequency what will be the maximum value of current, and also we have to find out the Q factor. So it have three parts. First we have to calculate the frequency when the power factor is unity, then we have to find out the maximum value of the current for that frequency when the power factor is unity, then we have to find out the Q factor of the given circuit. So in this LCR circuit we have an resistor of resistance 2 ohm, a capacitor of capacitance 5 microfarad and an inductor of inductance 5 Henry, which is connected across an alternating source having 220 volt and 50 hertz. This 220 volt is equal to what? The RMS value, ERMS. So from this we can calculate the peak value E naught. So E naught will be equal to how much? ERMS into root 2. So 220 into root 2, it is nearly equal to how much? 311 volt. So this is E naught. Clear? Now we have to find out what the frequency when the power factor is unity. So in LCR circuit we know what is power factor. If this is the impedance triangle for the LCR circuit, this is phi, this will be R, this is XL minus XC, and this will be Z. So power factor cos phi is equal to how much? B by H, that is R by Z. And what is Z? R square plus XL minus XC whole square under root. Clear? So this term will be unit 1 only when Z equal to R. Clear? So the power factor will become unity only when Z equal to R. So this implies XL equal to XC. So when XL equal to XC, at that instant the power factor will become 1. So as we have to find out the frequency when the power factor is unity, so we have to calculate XL equal to XC. So this implies we can write what is XL, L omega equal to what is XC, 1 by omega C. So from this omega will be how much? 1 by under root LC. So this implies the frequency F equal to 1 by 2 pi into root over of LC will be the frequency when the power factor is unity. So if this is the frequency, what is the power factor? So from this we can get the power factor, the frequency F equal to 1 by 2 pi into root over of L 5 into 5 into 10 to the power minus 6. So this is equal to 1 by 2 pi into root over of 25 into 10 to the power minus 6. So this implies 1 by 2 pi, 25 will be 5, this will be 10 to the power minus 3. So this implies the frequency F equal to 10 to the power 3 divided by 10 pi or 100 by pi hertz. So this will be the frequency when the at that frequency the power factor for this LCR circuit is unity, and at this particular frequency what is the current, maximum value of current flowing through this circuit. So if this is the frequency, at this particular value of the frequency the maximum current I equal to E naught by Z, and at this particular frequency Z will be how much? Equal to resistance. So I naught equal to E naught. E naught is how much? We already got 311 divided by Z, which will be equal to only R, that is 2. So this will be 311 by 2, which is equal to 150 5.5 ampere. Clear? So this will be the maximum value of the current for this particular frequency when the power factor of this LCR circuit will be unity, and this is the value of current when the power factor of this LCR circuit will become unity. The maximum current at that instant flowing through this circuit will be this much. Clear? So next point, we have to calculate the quality factor of this circuit. So what is quality factor of this circuit? We know the quality factor formula Q equal to 1 by R root over L by C. So this implies 1 by 2 under root. L is how much? 5 divided by 5 into 10 to the minus 6. 5 will cancel. So this will be how much? 1 by 2 into 10 to the 3. So 1000 by 2, that is 500 will be the quality factor. Clear? 500, what is the unit? Unit will be ohm. So 500 is equal to the quality factor of this LCR circuit. Clear? So now next question. So there is a circuit, inductor, a resistor and a capacitor are connected across a alternating source of, okay, let it be like this. There is a inductor and a resistor connected across an alternating source of EMF E equal to 100 sin 50 t. Okay, E equal to 100 sin 50 t. The inductance L is given as 10 millihenry and the resistance R is given as 10 ohm. Okay, this is a given LR circuit which is connected across a EMF given as 100 sin 50 t and a inductor of inductance 10 millihenry and a resistor of resistance 10 ohm. So the question is, find the maximum value of current I and the power factor of the given circuit. Okay, so how to calculate the maximum value of I? So from this given equation of the EMF, we know this value is represent the maximum value of EMF. So here E naught equal to 100, it's given. So I naught will be equal to U naught divided by Z. This is clear. So what is Z for this given circuit? We know Z equal to, this is a LR circuit, so Z equal to R square plus XL square under root. Clear? So this implies R is how much? 10 square plus XL is how much? L omega. So L into omega. So from this equation omega is how much? 50. So L, what is L? L equal to 10 millihenry. So 10 into 10 to the minus 3 into 50 square under root. So this will be 100 plus, this is how much? 500, 10 to the minus 3 will be 5 into 10 to the minus 1. So 25 into 10 to the minus 2 root over. So this will be how much? 100 plus 0.25. So this will be 100.25 under root. Okay, or you can nearly write this as how much? Let it be like this, Z equal to this much under root of 100.25. Clear? So what is I naught? I naught will be equal to E naught. E naught is just 100 divided by root over of 100.25 ampere. So this will be the expression for I naught. Clear? So now we have to find out what? The power factor. So what is power factor? Cos phi. Cos phi equal to, in the impedance triangle we know cos phi equal to Z by R. Sorry, R by Z, B by H. So R by Z. So this implies R is how much? 10 divided by Z. We will get Z here this much, root over 100.25. This will be the cos phi, the power factor. Okay, clear? You can solve this by 100.25. It is nearly equal to 10 point something, 10.5 or something like that. Clear? So nearly this will be 1. Cos phi will be 1 and this is also 1. Approximately nearly the value will become 1. Clear? So this is how we can calculate the power factor and the maximum value of the current in the given LR circuit. So maximum value will be the maximum peak value of the EMF, that is 100 divided by the net resistance, which is not the impedance of the LR circuit, that will be R square plus XL square. What is XL? XL equal to omega into L. So omega is 50, L is given 10 millihenry, so you can write like this. Clear? Okay, the next question is a step up transformer is used on a 120 volt line to give a potential difference of 2400 volt. Okay, a step up transformer is used on a 120 volt line to give a potential difference of 2400 volt if the primary coil has 75 turns. Find the number of turns of the secondary coil. So how we can solve this? We know in step up transformer, the transformer which is used to rise the potential. So here the input potential is 220 volt and it is rise up to 2400 volt. So the primary coil has number of turns, 75 turns. So from this we will get the EMF of the primary is 120 volt and EMF of the secondary is 2400 volt. And the number of turns of the primary is given at 75. We have to find out the number of turns of the secondary. We already know the ratio ES by EP is equal to NS by NP. So from this place you can calculate NS equal to ES by EP into NP. So this will be 2400 divided by 120 into number of turns in primary is 75. So the answer will be, this is 20 into 75. So the number of turns of the secondary will be 1500 turns. Okay. Next question, a step up transformer is used on a line of 230 volt and a load current of 2 ampere if the ratio of number of turns of secondary and primary is 25:1, then find the current through the primary. Okay, a step-up transformer is used on a line of 230 volt and a load current of 2 ampere. If the ratio of the number of turns of secondary and primary is 25:1, then find the current through the primary. Okay, so in this given question we know used on a line of 230 volt, that means the primary potential is given as 230 volt and the ratio of secondary and primary number of turns, so Ns by Np is given as 25/1, and the load current, that means current across the secondary coil, is given as 2 ampere. So now we have to find out the current through the primary, that is the question asking us to calculate the value of Ip. So as you already know from the relation Ns by Np equal to Ip by Is, which can be written as also Es by Ep. So from this we can write Ns by Np into Is equal to Ip. So what is Ns by Np? Ns by Np is 25/1. So this will be Ns by Np is 25/1 into Is is how much? 2 ampere. So which is equal to Ip. So what is the value of Ip? 50 ampere. So the input current is 50 ampere. So also we can calculate the Es. What will be Es? Es by Ep equal to Ip by Is. So this implies Es equal to Ip by Is into Ep. So what is Ip? 50. What is Is? 2. What is Ep in primary? 230. So 25 into 230. By solving this we will get the value of EMF across the secondary. So this will be how much? 25 into 30. So by solving this we will get 500. The 25. So Es equal to 25 into 23. So this will be equal to 575. I think 25. Sorry, 25 into 25. So 25 into 20. This will be 25 into 50. 500. 575. Clear? Okay. So next question is a step down transformer is used on a line of 2200 volt to convert it into 220 volt. Okay, the number of turns of primary is 4000 if the efficiency of the transformer is 90% and the output power 8 kilowatt, then find the input power and the number of turns of the secondary. Okay, so in this case there is a step down transformer which is used on a line of 2200 volt to convert it into a 220 volt. The number of turns of the primary is given as 4000 and the efficiency of the transformer is 90% and the output power is 8 kilowatt. Then we have to find the input power and the number of turns of the secondary. So as this is a step down transformer, so it have large number in primary and small number in secondary. So as from this we can calculate EP primary is given as 2200 volt and ES is given as 220 volt. So we can know the relation ES by EP equal to NS by NP. So this implies what is number of turns of the secondary, NS equal to ES by EP into NP. So this implies we will get NS equal to ES. What is ES? 220 divided by 2200 into NP. What is NP? 4000. So this will be how much? 400 turns. Okay, so NS will be 400 turns. Clear? Next we have to find out input power. So as we know, the efficiency eta equal to output power divided by input power. So this implies input power equal to output power divided by eta efficiency. So this implies input power will be equal to output power is how much? 8 kilowatt divided by efficiency. What is efficiency? 90% of the efficiency. This is the 90% efficiency. So efficiency will be 90 by 100. So this will be how much? 8 into 10 to the power 3 into 100 divided by 90. So cancel. So this will be 8 into 10 to the power 4 by 9 will be how much? The input power. Okay, and by solving this we can get the answer. So this will be nearly equal to 8.9 kilowatt. Okay. So if this is a LCR circuit, resistance, this is a capacitor and a inductor which is connected across a alternating source. Okay, this is the R, it have Xc as the capacitive reactance and this is the XL as the inductive reactance, and E is given as E naught sin omega t. Everything is given in general format, and from this circuit we have to find E naught, I naught, ERMS, IRMS, then Z, E naught, I naught, ERMS, IRMS, Z, current at in function of time, then potential difference across the resistor as function of time, potential difference across the capacitor as function of time, potential difference across the inductor as function of time. So these are the questions we have to find out from this given question. Okay, so this is the EMF given to us and these are the circuit elements connected to it. So what is E naught? From this we know this is E naught, so just write down this is E naught. What is I naught? I naught will be equal to E naught by Z. So before this we have to calculate Z, as this is a RLC circuit. Z will be how much? R square plus XL minus XC whole square under root. So I naught will be E naught divided by R square plus XL minus XC whole square under root. So this will be the value of I naught. What is ERMS? ERMS equal to root 2 into E naught, and IRMS equal to root 2 into I naught. Clear? And what is the function of expression for T? So T will be in this given RLC circuit. We know if E equal to this much, T will be phi lag behind E. So what is phi? So from here we can calculate phi. Phi equal to tan inverse XL minus XC by R. This will be the value of phi, or phi can be taken as cos inverse R by Z, and putting the value of Z will be this much. So from this I will be I naught sin omega t minus phi will be how much? Tan inverse XL minus XC divided by R. Okay, this is the expression for current at any instant of time t. I naught sin omega t minus phi. Phi will be how much? XL minus XC by R. I am just solving this in general form so that if numerically this question is asked, you can calculate all these things by putting their numerical values. Clear? So this will be the expression for I at any instant t. Now we have to find out the potential difference across the resistor at a function of time. So this is the current I at t flowing through this resistor. If the potential difference across the resistor is in same phase as that of the current, so V across the R will be how much? E naught. What is E naught? I naught into resistance. So this will be I naught R sin omega t minus tan inverse XL minus XC by R. Okay, this is the potential difference across the resistor. Then we have to find out the potential difference across the capacitor. So how to find out the potential difference across the capacitor? We know in a capacitive circuit, the potential leads the current by pi by 2 radian. Sorry, in capacitive circuit, the current leads the potential by pi by 2 radian. So if this is the value of current, so what is the potential difference across the capacitor? So it will be E naught. What is E naught? I naught into XC. So I naught into XC sin omega t minus tan inverse XL minus XC by R minus pi by 2, because EMF lags behind the current by pi by 2 radian. Same as that of inductive circuit, the EMF leads the current by pi by 2 radian. So it will be I naught into XL sin omega t minus tan inverse XL minus XC by R plus pi by 2. Clear? So this is the potential difference across the inductor, capacitor and resistor, and this is the value of current at any instant of time t. This is the impedance of the given LCR circuit, RMS value, ERMS, I naught, E naught. So these are the questions, and this is the phase difference. From this you can calculate the power factor cos phi, quality factor Q equal to 1 by R under root L by C. So anything that will be asking you, you can easily calculate by using these concepts. Clear? Okay.